What is going on, everybody? Welcome back. Welcome back to another late evening in the BrewLab with me, Lone Fox, your brewmaster in chief. And this evening in the BrewLab, I'm coming at you with an Angelfire Ignition deck, as you can see here on the screen in front of you. It's kind of, even though the deck is called Reckless and Brutal, after the two werewolves that I'll get to in a moment, the real magic is this card. It sort of changes the whole way that Boros usually has to just push and try and get damage in with very little removal. This gives you this additional life gain and makes your creatures so big so quickly that I'm absolutely loving playing with it. So Reckless and Brutal, Boros aggro list. I spent most of today trying to figure out some other mid-range brews to play on the channel, and they just were not coming perfect yet. And so I stepped back to the plan A, actually, which was to play this deck instead. And it's been doing really well. And the cool thing about it is that the games are over either really quick that you beat them or pretty quickly that you lose them. And you can just go straight into the next one. It's sitting on, let me see here. I'll get the stats live. 61% win rate right now. Hopefully we can keep that level of win rate up during the video. But the plan is simple. You're just trying to put counters on important things so that they get bigger and survive and keep on attacking the opponent's face. And a lot of the stuff has haste or can be given haste by the Reckless Stormseeker, which is rapidly becoming one of my favorite cards from Midnight Hunt. Just in look at the art, look at the flavor, little space rocket werewolf guy. I love it. So yeah, this card is super duper good, and I'm running a full play set as well as Brutal Cathar as the only other werewolf. This is a variant on the deck that I made at the very beginning of Midnight Hunt Standard. Was I was doing all the werewolf decks, and I played the Boros one and the Mardu one, and these guys were 4-ofs in both of those decks, and they kind of work pretty sweet with each other because you can play your Reckless Stormseeker first. Always play the Reckless Stormseeker first. Following turn, you bring in Brutal Cathar. It exiles one of their threats off the battlefield, and then you give the haste to Brutal Cathar. And if it's nighttime, it's also haste, +2/+0 and trample. So it can swing in straight away. Then our Adult Gold Dragon for a little bit of life gain also has haste. So remember that. And you can give things haste with not only the Reckless Stormseeker, but also the card I just mentioned at the beginning, Angelfire Ignition. 2 +1/+1 counters. Vigilance, Trample, Lifelink, Indestructible, and Haste. It's insane. So you can, if you have the mana at a certain point, if you've already on chapter 2 or 3, beg your pardon, of Showdown of the Skalds, where you're putting a +1/+1 counter on a target creature for every time you cast a spell. So you cast a spell, and that spell is Angelfire Ignition. You put a counter from the Skalds and 2 counters from the Ignition onto that creature, and you give it Vigilance, Trample, Lifelink, Indestructible, and Haste as soon as it hits the battlefield. You can have a Luminarch Aspirant that's a 1/1. You do what I just described, so it becomes a 3/4/4, and then on your attack phase you put another counter on it from I've done this on itself because of what it does, and suddenly you've got a 5/5 that's swinging in indestructible with no, you're just going to gain the life and nothing can happen to that creature pretty much, and it'll still be able to block next turn. So it's such a nice little boost of survivability that I think Boros really needed as an aggro deck to be good, and that's probably why it hasn't been as good as the other two I mentioned. But yeah, you'll see because we've also got the new oh my god, what's the card I'm thinking of? I've like deleted it from my memory because I hate it so much. Embercleave. This is kind of like you top deck it in the late game. You've already grown a bunch of your cards, and then you just drop a Blade Historian. Or even if you've got a Dark Gold Dragon in the air, they can't block it. Blade Historian hits the field, you attack, everything gets double strike, so that's already like 8 damage, and then you get gain 8 life. So pretty sweet little inclusion there, and it fits the theme rather than playing Goldspan Dragon, which also has haste and stuff. But I don't know, I like the lifelink on this. It's been saving my ass a few times. And the rest is just a little bit of like cheeky removal, which can get you to scry just for the early game. I like the Chaplain when it comes back as a Chapel Shield Geist, gives all your guys Ward 1 in a deck like this. It's pretty sweet just to like make sure that those crucial little, you like incrementally doing tiny little bits of damage and then trying to get that Blade Historian without your team dying on the way there, and then boom. So if you can like give them a little bit of extra ward from the Chapel Shield Geist, you just block with him early game and let him die, and then recast him a little like on turn 4 once you've already played one of your Brutal Cathars and stuff on turn 3. And it's pretty nice as a way to like just a little bit of extra protection. And yeah, Rip Apart. It's the only other bit of removal really, but except for Brutal Cathar. But this is 3 damage, and I've got 3 in here because there's a lot of artifacts and enchantments. Most of the class enchantments in mono green I want to like just zap that ranger class straight away, and if you don't have that target, then you can do 3 damage to the Werewolf Pack Leader. So it's not bad. There's better removal, of course, but we're just trying to like get there before the other guy. It's quite a quick plan. So that's the deck. We've got 4 copies of Needleverge Pathway, 1 Field of Ruin, 1 Campus, 4 Snarls, 5 of each basic, 1 Den, 1 Cave. Let's jump into some games. See how the deck performs, shall we? At this point in the video, as I'm queuing for my first match, I would like to kindly request that you all consider subscribing to the channel if you have not done so already. And yeah, don't forget to do all that other great YouTube stuff. That also really helps me out. If you don't feel like subscribing, just like the video, leave a comment down below. I always like to get some feedback from the community. What do you think I could do differently? Horrible misplays that I made. That kind of stuff. Helps me improve. You'd be surprised. Even just like talking to myself like this in front of the camera, that inevitably ends up in front of your guys' eyeballs. Like, it helps me sort of talk my way through my own plays. Ouchie. Mono green, huh? Okay. There's your Blizzard Brawl. Here comes the first one. Ow. Can like probably kill 2 things here if I if he comes for me. Nice. Very nice. Oh, headphones are running out of battery. Okay. Ooh, top deck rip apart. Perfect. Perfection. We cast that next turn. We can go Snarl because we've got a basic mounted in hand. Probably just go Fireblade first. Then Brutal. And then Chaplain. Brutal obviously really good against, better against tokens like this. Nice. Do we have enough to go Dragon, Rip Apart? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. No, we don't. Pity. Well, we could go Rip Apart Blade Historian. So like I said, block liberally with your Chaplain. Especially when it's just a 1-1 in this matchup, it's useless. Woo. First strike, baby. Would really love to top deck one of our Angelfire Ignitions. That would really change the game. Do we take this? Nah, never. Bye-bye. Could block the troll. Or do we just... We can just grow the troll with like inscription. I think we just go for the double damage. Oof. We can do both. That's just great. Boom, 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 boom. Sure. Because I have first strike, I don't die. Oh, why? Why didn't I die there? Babushka! First game goes to the Brutal and Reckless tag team. A little sprinkling of Blade Historian. That was sick. Bye-bye, mono green. Off you go. Next opponent. We didn't even draw our best cards. Who no who? Who no who? Classic. That's a tough keep, but whatever. Could be actually pretty sweet. We'll just get some white land. Oh, come on, headphones. Don't give up. many mountains have I got in the deck? 5 total. Okay, Dimir, player detected. Just getting old quick. I'm worried he's gonna take out my den with some instant speed. Like maybe grasp. Oh, I'll also move myself a tiny bit up there so you guys can see the phases. Play land, go. Ugh, the worst. Now, like, you see, I really want to play this. What if, like, it gets countered, you know? The fear is real. Do I just play around it? Or do I, like, pull one of the... Because this has flashback. So I just lose 1 mana if... Kind of reveals my strategy a little bit. But I can, you know, cast it again. Goes for the Baleful Mastery on the little dude. Interesting. Okay, I'll take a Brutal. We might just actually see a creature from this guy. Although I doubt it somehow. It's probably going to be more than Kynan top end or something. Oh, let's keep hoping there's no counter. Okay, it's better than a counter, slightly. What a card. Starting to really hate it. It almost feels worse than a counter. Almost. Okay, take another white source. Aye, aye, aye. Dimir control, doing Dimir controlly things. 2, 3. Ah. That's nice. The deluge, huh? I'm starting to get a little worried about Faceless Havens and Halls of Storm Giants at this point. These guys just keep all your stuff off the field, not really top decking anything crucial. I'm honestly still shocked that no one played Dimir at the Worlds. Not even a one of, you know. I would think it's a pretty good strategy against the Izzet decks. Hand hate like crazy. I'm just gonna go for it. Maybe let's do Brutal instead. Should I try and activate my den? Let's see what happens there. I can feel that might be a poison in the cup, you know? Clickety, clickety, click. Grasp. Anyway, he's got, you know, whatever I play gets exiled the next turn, so I might as well try and get in for an attack with the Gold Dragon. Well, otherwise now I think I have enough mana to go. And I still need one more to go Brutal into Angelfire instant. Lovely gentleman over here. Uber control. You shall do nothing. Neither shall I. Narfi. Okay. If he's got instant speed removal, we can hope that he does. Negate. Not negate. Please not negate. No Jawari or something like that. Oh. You can anyway just exile it next turn. And you won't take a lot of damage. Draws me a card. Baleful Mastery. Ay, ay, ay. Ay, 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 ay. So, like, just Narfi and no one else? Where's the rest of your zombies, bro? I was having an idea like this, like, play, like, full control zombies and just have, like, only the stuff that makes zombies when you kill creatures, there's that enchantment, and play, like, Jadar, or, like, Dimir Wizard, zombie wizards. That has given me an inspiration for another deck. And we are going to lose. Stole my Blade of Storing. Wow. Siphon Inside is so good. Is that it? 8 plus 4. Down to 4. All mana open. Another Siphons. Good game, man. Makes me a bit sick. But, you know, to each their own. It's not really my style. It's too much. Just don't let the guy do nothing and then steal his deck. It's cool. It's always been part of Magic. It's just never been my style. That's why, like... this list here doesn't feel like it's popping off enough. I think I should put Narfi and just like take out all the weird zombies and just have Puppet Stitcher, Narfi, and Jadar. All the wizards. And then the champion. And then just play a bunch of removal and counters. Few copies of Meat of Massacre. Okay, Zombies B5 coming tomorrow. On to the next game. So we won against Mono Green first match. We lost against Dimir Control. Seriously, Dimir Snow. He probably even had Blood on the Snows and stuff in that deck. It was just never going to get anywhere. Fully controlled. Black Rain, 420. Mulligan. Took this deck, man. Come on. That hurts. It's either all red or all white. Second game now. Okay, tap land. Rakdos. Could be... Okay, it's the Grixis guys. There's gonna be a Jawari. I'm always like now way more aware of it. Some of those Jawari's disruptions in Worlds were just Sickening. Nice. Could have kept it for the Celestis if it is what I think it is, but it's okay. Let's try to... Okay, no, it's Esper or some weird stuff like that. Two blue open. That's already like dissipate. Sword coming. Blah blah blah. So we gotta just play some cheap stuff and try to play around his counters. Come on, tap up. Second game in a row against control. Could be like a gold span or something next turn. Black, white, blue, red, blue, 4-colored dragons. I'm confused. Okay, no, it's just some.
You mustn't be very... Apparently, I can create your doom in dog form. Even a fool can affect the balance of the multiverse.
That felt pretty good. Now I hope you just spend a bunch of mana trying to get rid of this Brutal, so then I can freely cast my Showdown without any fear of counter spells. He's getting to the point where there's always going to be one up, so it's kind of more about what is in his hand. Ooh. Wow. Trippy. Congratulations on playing something different. Let's go for this before it's too late. Nice. Get you down now. Play this on red. Doomscar? Could it be? Sword coming? Just playing the stall game. What you got? That's not good. That's not good at all. Hasty boys. Life game. Okay, here comes the bullshit. The soon to be, never to be seen again, I hope, bullshit. The trample on the Gold's Dragon, if you can't get rid of it, should seal the deal. Good game.
To maintain balance, I would run.
He knows. He knows. Send it home, Mr. Control Man. Okay, into Platinum 3, first notch. Alright. Who is next? We've been recording half an hour. I've got lots of games. It's so different from, you know, the other days. I did blab on a lot yesterday about Epiphany and stuff, but I didn't get to game 3 until we were past the hour, so this is great. Nice quick games. I get to play a lot of Magic. You guys get to see the deck, really all the things that it can do happen, because there was still a lot of stuff with the Angels list that we didn't really, like, as I've been playing it more. I love that thing. I should have 2 accounts. One for, like, now, you know, because you can't really play test a deck that I do want to play on ladder for you guys off ladder, because then you think it's so good because it's, you know, you're playing unranked, and then suddenly you play it on unranked and you just get shredded. So yeah. Ooh, clerics, huh? How about now? Rip apart, so versatile, so good. Orzhov clerics. I want to get a cleric with my... Okay, there's a cleric. It's a tiny cleric. That's a better cleric to get. What's up? I went for the... You know, you could have said, well, why didn't you go for the Luminarch with the Brutal Cathar instead of... Because then he's less incentivized to get rid of my Brutal Cathar, because all he's going to get back is this. But he's definitely more incentivized to get rid of my Brutal Cathar with something. His removal, because he's got black. If I have a Luminarch Aspirant under it. So I think I'm just going to go for the Showdown first. Nice. So if we kill that, it doesn't do nothing, because... Yeah. Whereas if we kill Aura, then the Luminarch Aspirant comes back. That's okay, but because we can exile. Unfortunately, I can't pass that, but we've got one in hand. Probably got like Vanishing Verse. Doomscar, even worse. Oh, that's okay. It's okay. Can we play 3? And we need 1 more land, so I'm gonna go Scry. Not that land. That's not bad. No more Doomscars, please. The Valkyrie. You know what we do here? Absolutely jack shit. Actually, no attacks. Nighttime. Ward. Pay 3 life. Is that a Doomscar though there? That's the question. Could be poison the cup. Sorry, bud. Were you not aware of that? Double whammy. Doomscar again, please no. Please, no. Dear Lord, no Doomscar. It might be the angelic jig. Got him. And that like little bit of like, okay, you know, exile, bring it back, exile, bring it back. It really puts a stick in the wheels of the cleric plan. And then I also got rid of the pyre pretty quickly. They need things to be on the battlefield for their stuff to start working. I mean, I guess we were just lucky he didn't get another sweeper. Nice, very nice. Okay, okay. Boros aggro, the reckless and brutal, taking names, kicking ass, chewing bubblegum. Did I know I had a pack from AFR? Yay. Does anyone know when spoiler season starts officially? What's the actual... Is there an official day? Have they already announced that? I'd love to start seeing some spoiler. The thirst for new cards, it never ends. More. Oh, that is a sweet little hand there. I don't know if I should play with fire. It's kind of weird. Like, that little bit of scry there can be pretty sweet in the right time. And never underestimate this sort of consistent little bit of ping, ping, 2 damage here, 2 damage there to the face. Another Dimir player. Why me? The matchmaker is rigged, I tell you. Rigged. It's kind of like a pretty even split as far as the types of colors that I need to play. Red or white doesn't really matter. Discards 2 cards. Whew, that's tough. Take that. Woo! Mr. Reckless, welcome to the party, mate. How are ya? I'm good to have ya. Skadoosh. Down to 13. Turn 3. Facing down the disruption with the Reckless in the hizzle. And it's pretty good against the control, like these werewolves, because they always switch back to night. They usually just like don't play anything. So you can play 2 things in your turn. There we go. Comes into play. Night mode. Brutal night mode. Does he have some kind of counter? Like, could have reject. Baleful Master. Cheeky, cheeky man. Okay, well, we both have some kind of ward. It's gotta mean something. We're getting close to blood on the snow levels of things. Didn't even need it. Skadoosh. Did you guys catch that yesterday in the Angels deck? Like when he cast his Me Took Massacre, he gained no life because I had Liza, the Angel. So there's no die triggers, and the wording on the Massacre is whenever a creature an opponent controls dies. So it was just like, just lovely. Oh well. Oh. that trait. Blood on the Snarl. Here we go. You ready? And the werewolf's gonna come back. No? Okay. Foretells something? Hello? Mr. Crow Erickson. Okay. Saw it coming, of all things. Down to 3. Another massacre. Adult is pretty easy to kill. Yeah, I knew it. Okay, well, we can always top deck another Stormseeker. Nah. Controlled. This guy's pretty cool. So, not too many chances of getting Reckless, probably. But an Angelfire Ignition off the top, if he taps out and we don't lose the Luminarch, like, even if it's like, I don't know. I was hoping it was going to be Lolth or something. My good friend, welcome back. You're going to probably get poisoned cupped. Or another Baleful Mastery. No? No. Come on. Come on. It's the Baleful Mastery. Student cost Baleful Mastery. Incroyable. Sacre bleu. Putain. And still not... Oop. There goes my headset. You guys can still hear me? Yeah. Plug those bad boys in. Oh no. Light game shenanigans tucked in there. In real control deck fashion. More life gain. Back up to 10. What's your win con here, bro? Where's your loss? Where's your Professor Onyx? Anyway, we're just gonna keep top decking lands from now until the end of time, so. Woo! Woo! No counter. No counter. The only counter that I didn't want to see. Ah. I hope that horrible audio isn't coming through the same on your end. I think I may need to restart the game after this. I'm just gonna put threats on the battlefield, man. Like, whatever comes off the top. Pay the 3 life. I dare you. Deluge. End step deluge. Finding what he wants, most probably. Professor Onyx. Blood on the Snow. Another Meat Massacre. Doesn't do jack shit. It actually, that's the only good thing around my, you know, pumped up Fireblade Charger. It gets killed by this. Oh, the flooding. The flood. The terrible flood. The no-win con drive your opponent insane deck, ladies and gentlemen. Maybe he's got some mascot exhibitions tucked away in the sideboard. Okay. Straight away becomes the glutton. Let's see. That's nasty. In this format, exile 2 things. I think I might resign, concede, but I'll just bear with it for. I don't know. I think it's just slipped out of my hands completely. It's at that point where they have just endless mana, endless card filtering, everything they need, and he's just gonna keep swinging in with this thing. Nothing I play will stay on the battlefield for longer than a full turn. There she is. Told ya. Still the best Planeswalker for Dimir control. Like, honestly, Loth is cool, but it's for a different brew. Come on, just go off. Tilted! Tilted and guilty. Guilty of being tilted. Now, if I wasn't recording a video, usually after a couple of losses against control like that, I'll just switch to a control deck. Try and, like, get a little bit, like, you know, make it fair. Oh, wait. I need to quickly restart the game. This audio problem is not good. There we go. So what changes could we make? I don't know. Let me just see the land count again. $22. I mean, it's already really low, and there's that 2 dragons that cost 5. We were just flooding like crazy in that last game. How many creatures have we got? 25. I mean, it's aggro deck, man. Like, we just were not. We just. I mean, it's hard when everything you play gets bounced or killed. It's the over dominance of control decks right now, in my opinion. Like, the aggro decks even can't really put up a fight, and we saw that at Worlds. Like, Sam Party gave it a good run. Even PVDDR got slammed. They just have too many answers to everything, and the format is young, which is crazy if you think about it. Like, there aren't that many sets in standard, and yet it still feels like there's an answer to everything. It's gonna, like, the power creep's gonna have to come back in, like, in the coming sets to sort of, like, equalize, give aggro some new crazy tools. Like, Because, yeah, I mean, best of one, of course, is a completely different story. Nice, I can get rid of his class. But I'd rather just save that in case I need to remove something like this. Because if I put in this matchup, if I play the Cathar, he comes down the next turn with the freaking... okay, well that could actually be okay. It anyway resets his Luminarch. I was talking about Skyclave Apparition. But then we can just kill the apparition with the Ripper Pot. Ah. Oh, these loops get crazy. I could either just play my own other one, or yeah, let's do that. And that brings back the first one. And then I take out his Luminarch Aspirant again. I've had some mad games like that with the Cathar. It's like, I'll take it and then buy the Cathar Shuffle. Alrighty. Another nice little win there. As soon as we don't play control, that just like doesn't let the stuff stay on the field. Not the best, but I'll keep it because I want to put Angelfire on the Charger. Ah, there we go. That's a nice little, nice little Reckless. Yeah, Reckless. Okay. Do we zap the token? We zap the token. Because we can't zap the other thing. The 3/3. That's okay. Ooh, it's not mono green. Oh, interesting. Could be a counter, so I'd rather they counter this and it goes into the flashback zone than they counter this. Although they wouldn't have been able to counter this with that. Interesting. You can't kill it. You might as well block it, then you won't take any damage. There's nothing I can do. Okay. All my lands, I'm just trying to gain a bit of life. Cool. Tramply guy, the gnarly professor. Gnarled. Hey, professor, you're so gnarly. Oh my god, oh my god. He's indestructible. It's like mono green with a little bit of blue snow splashed in for extra annoying counter spells. Might be a thing. Make big guy, very big guy. Gnarly, man. I don't want to do, guys. Like, oh my god. That's terrible. I play this and I don't block, he's probably going to grow it to an 8. Maybe pump it even again. And I'll have just another threat to face down. But if I play this, I can't really make this into anything that's worth, you know, nothing anyway. So, might as well just play this and just whatever. Like, not block and see what happens. Maybe we top deck a land and cast a dragon. Actually, I might want to transform this dude into the 4/4 flying guy. So let's let him take some little bit of that damage away at least. Very little. Another ranger class. Still no land. Ugh. That's GG. Oh well, a little bit mana screwed. One game it's the flood of the flooding of the floods. Next game it's you know, the deserts of the deserts. Just nothing. All right, we are approaching the 1 hour mark. Last couple of matches for the Reckless and Brutal tag team coming your way. Oh, so reckless. Oh, so brutal. I don't have to... I think the numbers are fine. I was just thinking they're like 4... Putting 4 Skalds and going down to 2 Blade Masters. Wonky bit of lands there, but the rest of the hand was good, so I kept it. Okay, okay, these guys. Sedgemore Witch. No. Daily Dispute the Twitch. These guys often have Containment Breach on the side of the lessons. Okay, that's for that. Nice. Extremely nice. Let's see what kind of removal is happening. They don't often run too much of it. It's mostly the necrotic fumes and if it's sort of like the okay, get pests in the way type of vibe. Dina. Okay, so yeah, it feels like those early days Strixhaven pest decks. He's just trying to combo off. He's probably just swapped out like the Bastion of Remembrance for the Meathook Massacre, which is what I kind of did, you know. Restock the hand. Go. Ooh. Okay. No mass removal. Like a freaking Shadows Verdict right now would just be devastating. Although we do have both of our Flying Dragon Boys and the mana to cast them. Twitchy man. Twitchy man. That's it. Nice. I can feel him thinking, like, holy crap. This thing's getting too big. Do I want to kill it now and waste the Angelfire? Do I want to kill one of the Brutals and bring back, you know, one of my cards? What? What just happened there? It's indestructible. Don't you read? Ah, yeah. That was sick. So still 61% win rate. You know, lose one, win two, lose one, win two. Kind of feels a bit like that on this one. You know, depends who you end up playing. It's a good one to bring on to the best of one. You just want to play lots of games and just not play like mono green and mono white. And you still want to get like a decent win rate. So far, this has been really good. Also, Band Party, just like if you don't know what you're doing, even Azorius Party, like Croaky's been playing some of that, and I've been testing some of his decks, making some BrewLabifications, of course, but good stuff. All right, this is the last game of the day. Let's have it end on a win. Come on, baby. Reckless and Brutal. What's up? Okay, I'll give it. I like it. I'll take it. It's a bit wonky, but I'll take it. Lots of one-drops is kind of the thing in aggro decks, so let's try and make this work, and hopefully we top deck some good stuff, because a lot of the one-drops are out of the way. Some little wolfy boys. There you go. Hello. Although that land there just made me feel my anus shrinking ever so slightly, like, ooh, control deck. Yeah. Maybe not. Who knows? Okay. Nothing much to play with yet. Be simple. Already I'm facing down Jawaris. No, I've got one mana. Fichten France. Fichten France. That sounds pornographic in some way. Okay. Bing, bing, ba-dum, bonk. The bones of doomed ships just jut out from the muck, while the bones of the sailors moulder below. Force the counterspell. Cheeky. Digging for more mana. Chargers are good, but I need some planes. Some mountains, mate. That's not it. Buster. Oh well. When lands do start coming, we got some pretty sweet stuff to do, so fingers crossed the opponent doesn't get his millions of removal spells. Or maybe he just kind of... Oh. So big news, guys. Matches Malone over there from Malone MTG is coming onto the channel for a collab session. We'll co-pilot the same deck on my channel. It's gonna be sick. My first collab, and he's agreed to jump on. It's gonna be epic. I dig the guy. He's got a really kind of, I like his style, and he plays really good Magic. So you know it'll be interesting to see. It'll be my first collab session. See whether it actually divide by 0. Anyway, you're hearing about this first here. We're looking at probably sometime next week. So I fly to South Africa on the 17th or 18th, I believe. So I land on like a Monday morning, and then I've got to have a couple of days of just like figuring out where it is that I'm going to stream from and my internet connection. And, you know, I'll do some pre-recording of decks ahead of time to upload during that period so that I can just have a bit of a jet lag day. And then, yeah. Okay. Dodgy. But, you know, we got get these counter spells out of there at some point. At least that kind of stops him from doing stuff to our chaplains. Just keep going. But 9, as we saw in that last match against these control decks, where these don't even get to get disturbed again. They're just gone. Gone for good. Spread out the threats. Put multiple things down. If he has no answer, or he tries to play something silly, like, I don't know. Couldn't guess what. Maybe a Leer. We can probably do this. Oh dear, golly gosh. You've got to be absolutely shitting me. Double Shadows Verdict. Courtesy of Mr. Controlman. My poor little chaplains didn't even get to come back as ghosts. Oh! Come on, baby, don't have it. What are you doing? What are you doing? No. OMG. Why the wait? Plasticine. That was just terrible. Absolutely terrible. Okay, we can go for the boom room. This way. No more soul shadows, please. Boop, boop, boop. At least pay the ward. You gotta be shitting me, guys. This is getting insane. This card is so good. Okay, I give myself haste. And +2. Oh no, that's the other guy. Ah! I don't do nothing. I just gotta sit here. And it goes to there, I lose the ward. Ah! How painful. It's like a Blood Chief's Thirst or something. He's not even running Snowland, so at least... There we go. I told you. I had a feeling. Save those for when you really need them, and then... Caramba! Sure, man. Whatever you say, man. No worries, dude. Alvarune's Epiphany. No. Whew. Ah, the top deck land floodage begins. Stays night. For now, we top deck the Reckless. How many copies have I got left in the deck? That he hasn't exiled into oblivion. I have 2 left. And I have both my dragons. Yes, both the dragons. The adult gold dragons are still in the deck. But it's looking grim as usual. This freaking control. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You know, and like, you know, it's players that play it well. It's not just any old weirdo. Yeah, let's keep that in case there is some Horde of the Storm Giants going on around here. Oh, for... Yeah, I'm thinking. Whoopee! Here we go! Clever. Oh, you've got to be joking. You guys are watching this, right? What is that? Like, the land flood of freaking 09? Ah! That is insane. And there's only 22. Just remember that. Having an epiphany, baby. Dun an epiphany, baby. People just killing me with birds, baby. Oh, freaking nightmare. Okay, bye. Have a beautiful time. Alright guys, that's gonna do it for today's video. Boros aggro, sitting on around 60% win rate after, you know, number of matches. So pretty consistent, fast games, very bad matchup against control. But there's a lot of mono green and mono white, and I think this does really good at preying on them because we've got that little bit of extra removal, a little bit of extra card draw that they don't have. And yeah, I hope you like it. I don't think I would change much, you know, this in this wrap up part of the video. By the way, I'm starting to include timestamps in all the videos that I put out, so little upgrade there. If you want to just skip the me talking rubbish parts and just skip straight into the gameplay, you can do so now with the new and improved timestamps in the comments, in the description of the video below. But yeah, as far as modifications, there isn't much that I would think to do. We might even be able to drop 2 lands. Honestly, in some games there, though, we were suffering. I don't know. It's just crazy how it can happen like that. And I mean, I've gone and looked into the shuffling algorithm. It's random as fuck. So, you know, I think it's more the hand smoothing one that fucks you over. Anyway, excuse my French. I will see you all tomorrow with some fresh brews. I think zombies, I have some ideas. I'm going to get into the lab right after I stop, press stop on this recording. I'm going to just start brewing away. I'll see you all tomorrow. And until then, this is Lone Fox from the BrewLab signing out. Peace, y'all.